What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today is Tuesday, May 27th. Welcome back from the long holiday. Just going to be a quick video. Not too much going on today, but we did get something really cool that we'll talk about right now. Just a quick walkthrough. What is sold? A couple things sold, big items. I don't know if you guys remember, but that mashup between My Pet Monsters and Critters, that big plush animal we had, that sold this week. That was a really cool one that we've had for a while that we didn't mind keeping. But check this out. This is something that just came in. This is for our personal collection and display for the store. This is a super cool acrylic case, display case. Comes with a monitor right there. As you can see, it's just, I don't know how to work it, so it's not on right now. Really cool display. It comes with lights. You could fill it with some big stuff in there, but really cool. It's probably about 5 feet tall. Stands probably about 30 inches inside, and then downstairs has some storage in there. But like I said, there's a monitor, so you can watch, put some movies on with that. I think I put on my Instagram, and we were showing some Motu classics, or some Motu cartoons, some He-Man cartoons on it. But this is from our personal collection. These are some really good ones. Kevin just picked this guy up this week. Cool story behind that one. I'll get to that one in a second. That's the Mondo soft vinyl. That's Wonder Bread He-Man right there. I forget the name of this this Hordak, but I forgot the name of the maker. That's a one of, I think he made about 30 of them. It stands about 10 inches tall. Really cool Hordak. It comes with some weapons, but we just haven't put them in yet. And then the second dragon right there, Motu Classics. Really cool. Nice setup. Nice, guys. It has some light on the bottom. Some lights inside. I think you could change those too. But yeah, we really like this setup in there. So back to this guy. So this was a Facebook Marketplace pickup that Kevin picked up this weekend. A little backstory on this. We have an old friend of ours that was from the No Limit Collectors. His name was Swindle. Swindle was a good guy, a big collector. He collected a lot of things, Funko Pops, Motu, a lot of vintage stuff. I bought some stuff from him. I picked it up at his house a couple years back, and then he had some health issues that weren't good for him, and he ended up passing away, I think in 2020. But like I said, he was a really good guy, good collector in the community. He had his toy collecting crew, No Limit Collectors. It was for like high-end collectors, but he had a huge Motu collection. Fast forward a couple weeks ago, last week, Kevin seen one of these items on Facebook Marketplace. Went out there, started talking to the girl. She said her brother, who's no longer with us, was selling his collection, or she was selling the collection for him. Just to get rid of a lot of the stuff, because this guy had tons of stuff. I think he had like a house full of stuff. But turns out that Kevin started digging in some questions, asking her. She said, "Was his name Will?" And she said, "Yeah." And he says, "I was a friend of his. We were in part of the same toy collecting crew, No Limit Collectors." And it was a good moment. And it turned out that he was buying this for himself anyway, so it kind of was like a full circle thing, because he was able to pick it up. It's a friend of ours. Every time, well, bigger friend of his. I knew him, but not as close as Kevin did. But really funny how the world works sometimes, just because things come in circles and things find you. So this is one of the items that found Kevin from one of his buddies, one of his good buddies, that is going to stay in the collection, stay in the store. It's a piece that's shown off, and you could just see it as it glows. But It'll be here for a while in the display case. We'll probably add a couple things to it, but not much because it looks pretty good right now where we don't really have to add anything just because we like the way it looks. I have no words for it. It's too good. So I think it's perfect the way it is. We got a little bit of everything in there. The vintage, the custom, the new stuff, the semi-new stuff, and the sentimental stuff in there. So cool story on that. But again, what else is in the shop? Picked up those guys, New World Order 3-pack. Some wrestling stuff. Oh, what else? Kind of it today. And don't forget, in about 2.5 months, August 9th, the return of Geeking Out. If you haven't picked up a flyer in the stores yet, I put them out in 2 in West LA. I was in West LA last week. I put one out in Toy Art Gallery. I put another set of them out in I forget the name of it. It's like Co-Time Toys or something. I'm not sure what the name of it, but it's more like those grab bags, Japanese toys in there. But you can find them out there in West Hollywood. I got to hit up a couple other spots. Toys versus Games, I got to get out there. Kelly's Toy Stop. I know some of the guys we had out last week. They did the Pasadena Comic-Con. So some tickets and flyers went out there. America's Cup of Coffee was out there, along with FM Anime. So some of their stuff didn't get put in this week, but Coffee was here last Saturday, I think. Oh yeah, Saturday. I seen it. Was it Saturday or Sunday? I seen him sometime this weekend. He was in here dropping off some stuff. E.T. Put in a lot of smalls, a lot of loose stuff. That obscure stuff that we love. I'll check. That's pretty cool. Some Galoob Bulls. Who's in there? Pippen, Ron Harper. No Jordan though. Steve Kerr, Dennis Rodman. This must be like 94, 95 when Jordan was retired. Lone Rangers. Some Simpson stuff. That's pretty cool. This Toy Biz Batmobile. Polly Pockets. Some stuff for the ladies. Or the bronies. That's pretty. I like that one. Marvin Martian and Daffy Duck. What else? Let's go up top. I gotta get rid of these guys. So if you're interested in any of these big items, Snake Mountain, brand new, Eternium Origins, and then a bunch of Power Ranger stuff, all vintage, except that guy. That's a little newer one, but it's probably better than vintage because it looks, the detail on that is really good. Anthony was in here filling up his case. He got some live, a lot of loose elites, some Ghostbuster stuff, some Dominic, Rhea Ripley and Dominic 2-pack. Can't Quit Your Baby. See what they put in. They did a garage sale this weekend, so they were online for forever. I kept walking by and kept seeing they were still on. It was for a couple hours, so more power to them. I can't do that. That's a lot of talking, and I'm not built for that. Lauren and Freedom are the pros and champions of that. Well, that's a good one. A little apple dumpling, Strawberry Land minis. Some ET keychains. I'm a sucker for those cards, those Rocky cards. Some horror stuff. I picked this one up last week at the Toy Art Gallery. That's Nightmare Warriors Safubi Freddy edition. Pick something else up. Oh, put it locked away. It's put away. Frankenstein, custom that I picked up from them as well. The picture on that is on my Instagram too. If you haven't followed that yet, toy.depot or toydepot.whittier. A lot of horror stuff. And that might be it. I picked up a lot of homies this last week. What's cracking? Fool's gone wild. But a lot of homie stuff. If you're into those, we got a whole bucket full of them. Oh, this is new. DJ brought this one in, Retro Collector. He brought in this one, this NECA Turtle Van. A Star Wars, what is that? I don't even know what that's called. But a Star Wars, Clone Wars machine. He brought in that one, Professor X. He brought in this one, the Smash Up, Transformers G.I. Joes. And then some 3-packs in there. I think I brought in a couple myself, a couple 2-packs. Man, this is a steal, guys. Nobody's picked up on this one yet. Colossus and Juggernaut, $95 for the 2-pack, brand new. But again, our favorite pickup, this display case, so we could show some of our stuff, our personal stuff that we've been trying to get to. Just time is not on our side. We put a new Batman poster. There's a new Batman poster up there. We sold our King Kong poster to a friend of ours, to Shauna. She picked that one up because she's a King Kong lover like myself. But all right, guys, I think that's gonna be it for me today. In 2 weeks, June 14th, we have Larry Kinney for the first time in about 10 years on the West Coast. So he'll be in LA at our store from about 12 to 3, maybe a little longer. 12 to 3, Larry Kinney, the voice of Lion-O, Bluegrass from Silverhawks, Count Chocula, who else is he? Sonny from Cocoa Puffs. Oh, that's a new one. Casper, holding the candles. Pinky and the Brain plush. Some Chewbacca's. Air Chewbacca's. I'm gonna keep that one. This Banksy toy right there. Pee Wee Herman set. A lot of stuff, guys. A lot of stuff coming in, going out. What does Chrome got? Dun, dun, dun. But all right, guys. Oh, these guys are new. Cheech and Chong, everybody's favorite. Those are my personal favorite. Dave's not here. But again, we'll be open tomorrow from 11 to 7. Thanks again for joining us. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out. Thanks, guys.